In last session, we discussed about URL action, how a URL can be configured to a particular field in the SSRS. For the same, you have to go to text box properties, go to the action, and select go to URL, and uh, you can configure the URL that you wish to. So, example, what the example we discussed is uh, the maps. And one more example which frequently used in real-time projects is configuring to or configuring to employee page, right, or customer page. There will be a page for every employee in every company, right? So when employee raises a request, a report will be generated with all the requests raised by employee. And if they want to see the employee profile, employee phone number, employee details, they can configure, right? So let's say this is the employee name, and I click on this, it should take them to the employee details page where the complete employee related information will be available, like phone number, workstation, work location, and time zone and everything. So that is one example where we use go to URL option more frequently. The next option we have to discuss is go to report, right? If you see the text box properties under action, you have go to report option. So this is entirely different and most frequently used one. And I think Samyukta has created a report using this option go to report. Okay. Before going to that, let me explain one concept. Okay. The first, in last session we discussed about drill down report. Hope you remember that. Let me show you again. So drill down report, how it comes generally. First level, under that second level, under the third level, under the fourth level. If you click on place, it will expand, and if you click on minus, it will collapse, right? It's a drill down functionality. And let me check whether the report is still available here. If it is available, then I can show you the drill down again. This is not the one. I think this is the one drill down functionality. Let me enable it. Sorry, let me make it visible. I have set the hidden property to true for this, and see whether it is having drill down on. Yeah, it does have. So if you click, see when you load the report, when the report is loaded, you can see the complete all the data is collapsed except the high level one. When I click on the categories, it expanded subcategories. When I click on subcategory, it expanded the colors. When I expand the color, it shows the products. Okay, products and its sales. When I collapse everything, all the data will be summed up and show the final sales here. So this is called drill down report. Drill down report. We call it as drill down report. There is another kind of report that is drill through report. Okay, what is the difference between drill down and drill through report? Drill down report, you will have everything in one report, and the next levels will be collapsed and expanded based on the requirement. If user wants to see the next level information, then he will expand it and he will see the data. Else he will collapse it and he will see the high level data. Okay, this is the feature of drill down report. But drill through report is entirely different one. It's not like this. It will have different reports involved. Let's say report 1, report 2, report 3, report 4. At first this report will be loaded. When you click on this report, it should show this report. When you click on this report, it should show this report. When you click on this report, it should show this report. So if you observe, on drilling, it's drilling through the next report. First report to next report, drilling through. That's why we call it as drill through report. Drilling through to third report, drilling through to fourth report. So this is called drill through report. Whereas drill down means it will expand and collapse. This is a very important interview question. What is the difference between drill down report and drill through reports, and have you ever worked on this? So a person without knowledge on these or working experience on these two will not be considered as SSRS resource. Now let's see how to design a drill through report. Okay, for designing the drill through report, what's the first thing you need? What you can think of? What is the first and foremost important thing that you have to implement to design a drill through report? As Samyukta said, you need to have more than one report Why? Because you want to drill through to the next level. Okay. So let's see. First, let me create 2 reports or 3 reports, and then let me set the drill through functionality of the reports. First, let me take a report, add new item. I'm naming it as category sales. Okay. Now I'm adding the routines check, like I'm adding the data source first. Let me see whether there is any shared data source available. No shared data source available. So let me set the embedded one. I'll name it as sales data, and I'll set the server details, the database, and the data set is data source is created, and the next thing I have to do is creating the data set. Let me add a data set, and I'll name it as category DS. So select, I'll take the query first. I don't have the query, so let me take the query first. My intention is to show category wise sales in the first report. So I have that query here. Let me add the data set. I'll name it as category DS. Okay, and this is the query. As my intention is just to show only category related information, I don't need products here, and I don't need subcategory, and I don't need color. These two are enough, the category and the sales amount. Now let me design a report. I'm taking a tabular report, and I'm taking category name and sales amount. So let me give good enough space for this, and let me design the report properly. And let me remove this unwanted column. Okay. So the category wise sales report is ready. Now let me do some formatting stuff, like I have just bolded it, and if you preview the report you can see the category wise sales, right? But it is not showing the group of responses, right? It is showing all the records, bikes, 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 and so on. This is not the correct way of showing, so let me group it by bikes. I'm just adding a group, just like in what is that, matrix report, and this should become sum of. Okay, fine. Let me see the preview now. You can see bikes, accessories, and clothing. So we have one report now. What we have to do is we need to add 2 more reports or 3 more reports, or at least 1 more report to configure the drill through report functionality. So I'm copying the report and I'm pasting the report. You can see I copied and pasted the report. I'm renaming it as subcategory sales. Why I have to design everything again? Okay. Oops. It's not yet saved, I think. Let me copy and paste it again. Let me open and see first. Okay, this is fine. Now this is the subcategory sales. I just copied and pasted instead of repeating the same work again and again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna modify this. Okay, this is subcategory sales. Instead of English product category name, I want in product subcategory, English product subcategory. Okay. Now instead of this, it should be subcategory, and this header should become English product subcategory. Okay, everything is set, and let's see um, whether it works or not. I have to set this subcategory name. Fine. Click on preview. The report is working fine. You can see subcategory wise sales. Let me create one more report, that is product wise sales. Okay. For that, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna copy this subcategory and I'm gonna use this for creating the product report, product wise report. So I'm taking this Control C, Control V, and I will name it as product sales. And instead of this English product subcategory name, I'm gonna make it as English product name. That means it will give me product wise sales. Click on OK. Now this needs to be changed to product name. I'll name it as products. And here the grouping was done on subcategory, right? We need to change it to product. Automatically it will not be changed. So if you click on preview, you can see it is having product wise sales. Now let's see how to configure the drill through report. What is meant by drill through report? It has to drill from one report to the another report. For example, if the user is configured a drill through report for these three in the order, then when you open these reports, you should be able to drill through to the next report. From here, you should be able to drill through to the next report. Now I will show you how to configure the same, and once it is configured, then you will understand what is drill through report properly, better than what you have in mind now. Okay, let me erase the drawings first. And so you need to have a parent report, the topmost report. What is the topmost level of this report? Category is the topmost, and then subcategory, and then product. It is just hierarchical nature. If you see the sales report, how you have given the hierarchy. The first one is always the top one in the hierarchy, that is clothing, that is subcategory. And then it will expand subcategories, and then it will expand colors, and then products. So if you observe, it is hierarchical in nature. One to many. In the same way, one to many, one to many. Can you see the one to many relationships here? This will have one and it will have many. And in the same way, subcategories will have one and colors will be many. And color will be one and products will be many. So in the same way, the drill through also flows in the same way. First, it should be highest level, category level sales, and then it should be subcategory level sales, and then if you wish you can have color level, or else you can have product level sales. So the first one should be this, and then it should take you to the next level, that is what is that, the subcategory level, and then it should take you to the product level, and so on. So let me show you how to configure that. Before going to that, let me erase the drawings and let me take the pen out. So I'm closing this one and I'm closing this one. What is the highest level we have in the hierarchy of the reports design? That is category, right? So on click of this report, or on click of any particular item of this report, okay, it should navigate to the next report. It should drill through to the next report. So what is that? I want to provide that functionality on click of this category. Okay, this is the category. Go to the text box properties, go to the action, go to the report option. Here you just have to select what is the next level report. Let's say subcategory sales is the next level report. That's it. It is done. These two are drill through reports now. And what is the next one? I have to set the link, the drill through functionality between subcategory and the product report, right? For the same, I have to go to subcategory and I want to set it for subcategory name. Go to text box properties, action, go to the report, and here select the report which needs to be shown when you click on the subcategory name. Okay, this is also set. Let me save these two reports. This is saved and this is also saved now. Now the drill through connection is set between category to subcategory and subcategory to products. Let us test the same. If you click on preview, it will show the category level report. And if you keep the mouse here, you can see the mouse is showing the hand icon. That means there is some functionality provided for on click of this particular field. Let's see what is that functionality. If I click on these accessories, it will take you to the next report, that is drill through report, which we configure, that is subcategory sales. And now here again it will showing a hand symbol. That means the functionality is provided in for this field. If you click on helmets or anything, it will take you to the next report, that is product report. How can you go to the previous report from this report? You drill through to two levels, and if you want to go back to the old report, how you can do that? There is an option. This will be enabled only when you have drill through. You can see back to parent report. If you click here, it will take you to the parent report, that is subcategory wise sales. And again, if you click, it will take the parent report of the subcategory report. So this is how you can configure the drill through action of the reports. Okay, and this is the difference between drill down and drill through. Drill down will have only one report where you will have collapse, and generally, if you observe, the drill down and drill through functionalities will be implemented only on hierarchical kind of data, when the data is hierarchical. And in the drill down, you will have one report where you will have collapse and expand functionality, whereas in drill through you will have different reports for each level, and you will navigate, you push it. When you click on the report, it will take you to the next level, next report, and from there you can configure to take the report to the third one, and from there fourth one, and from there fifth one. It all depends on your requirements. So if you observe, we designed the drill through report, and can you find anything missing here? Do you think if we add any more functionality will be an added advantage to the end user? Can you think of it and let me know what is missing here? And Shiva, I'm asking about only drill through report, whatever we have defined, and forget about the underlines and all. That is just UI issues. Apart from that, any functionality will add advantage to the end user, or to make their analysis easier, or which helps them in analyzing the business in a better way. Okay. If you see the drill down report, okay, let me open that. This is the drill down report, and if you open the clothing, it will show only clothing related subcategories. And if you open any one subcategory like jerseys, it will show the colors of only those jerseys, the jerseys that comes in. And if you select any one color of jersey, it will be only the product that belongs to the color which belongs to the subcategory and the category. So if you observe, it is hierarchical, and it will make it. See what it will happen if I click on yellow here and all the products are showing. It doesn't make sense, right? If all the products are showing under yellow, then why we need drill through and why we need so many stuff? And if I click on multi, again it is showing all the products that are available in the database. That doesn't make sense. If you observe the report here, if I click on bikes, it has to show only bikes related subcategories. But if you observe here, it is showing everything. And if I click on accessories, it will show the same list. If I click on clothing, it will show the same list. What is the use then? Right? Can you see? It's not helping me in any way, and to find out what subcategories belongs to products. What subcategories belongs to clothing, what subcategories belongs to bikes, what subcategories belongs to accessories. In the same way, I know there are only two types of products in caps. But if I click on caps, it is showing all the products for 10 to 15 pages. How come it makes sense for me? And why I need a drill through here? I can have three different reports. I can only open it and show, open it and see separately, one by one, right? So this doesn't make any sense. What I need to add here to make the report more user friendly is a filtration part. If I click here, only this should be sent. If I click here, only this should be sent. How can I achieve that? What is the way that I can use? I can apply filtering of the report based on the parent selection. I'll show you. The first and foremost thing that you have to do is, if you click here, you have to send only bikes, right? You have to send only bikes to the next report. That is, you are drilling through to different report, right? When you click on bikes, you have to send only bikes. When you click on accessories, you have to send only accessories to the next report. In the same way, when you click on clothing, you have to send only clothing, and this report should filter based on clothing. Agree? So now what we have to do is, first thing what we have to do here is, you need to set the filter part, the parameter part here, and then you can set the other one, configure the other one. So the first, what you need to have here in your sub category report is parameter category, which you are going to send from its parent report, the first report. Okay, category, and I'll make it a single select. Why? Because I can click on only one cell in the parent report. Can I click accessories and bikes at the same time in the report? Is it possible? It is not possible. So I'm making it a single value, and I'm not specifying any value, no default value. Okay. Now if you see, I just created a parameter which will accept a text box value, a single value. But this value should be passed from its parent report, right? But let's finish the remaining form of this, remaining functionality here. That is, you need to filter this, right? Parameter configuration. Hope you still remember this. Query parameter, where English product category name is equal to @cat. Okay. Now you have to map these two. So this should map with the value whatever you are going to get from parameter category. So this report is perfect. Let me test it. If I get bikes from its master parent report, then it should show only bikes. When I get clothing, you should get only clothing. Okay, this is working perfectly fine. Okay, let me test the third one also. Bikes, clothing and accessories. It is giving me only accessories. This is working perfectly fine. Now how can I configure, how can I link between category sales report, the parent report and the child report? What I have to do is I have to pass the value to this category dynamically on click of this, right? So what I can do is, this is the field for which I have set the drill through action. Right click, go to the text box properties, go to the action. This is the configuration I've done. Go to report. This is the report, and click on add the parameter. This is the parameter what you have in your child report, that is subcategory sales, which we have created a couple of seconds back. And the value should be passed from English product subcategory, right? Sorry, English product category. If you select the field English product category, what will happen is, when I click on accessories, the field value of this particular row is bikes for category. The field value for this particular row for category is accessories. The category field value of this row is clothing. So what I have set here is, I set the field value. I selected the parameter what is available in the child report, and I set the field value here. This is field value. If you have any doubts, you can check it. Here you can see fields of English product category name. So row by row, there will be a different field value, and I have set the same. Now, if I go here and if I click on bikes, it will send bikes to this parameter. Right? You can see that, and only bikes are showing. When I click on accessories, it will pass accessories to the child report dynamically, and it will pass only accessories. It will pull only accessories related subcategories data. And if I click on clothing, it will send clothing, right? So this is how you can configure it. Now this is working fine, and you don't need to show this parameter, right? Why you need to show this? Let me set it as hidden, and let me save it. Let me go back, and let me click on bikes. It is not showing, but it is filtering only bikes data. Accessories, it is not showing, and it is filtering only accessories data. Clothing, it is not showing the parameter, but still it is showing only clothing related information. Now we have done for 2 reports. How about the third report? So you have to repeat the same. Go to product sales, The first thing you have to do is adding a parameter. What parameter you have to add? Parameter for subcategory. Why? Because this should be filtered based on subcategory, right? Subcategory, and let it be text. I will make it as hidden. That's it. Parameter is created. Now I have to filter the report using subcategory, where product subcategory name is equal to @subcat, and let me map this parameter. Oops, it is not taking properly, I think. Where product subcategory name, English product subcategory name is equal to @subcat, and let me delete this extra one. Okay, subcat is taken, parameter subcat. I have mapped the report. The report is mapped now. What I have to do? I have to go to the subcategory sales report. Here in the text box properties, go to the action. This is already configured to the product sales report, but what you need to do is you need to configure to the parameter. English product subcategory name should be sent from this report. Okay, now save both the reports. This is saved, and product wise sales. Let me save this, and now let me go to the sales. I click on bikes. It will give me bikes related, and if I click on road bikes, it has to give me only road bikes related information, which you can see it clearly. Let me go back and give me touring bike. Let me give touring bikes. It will give me only touring bikes information. Now if you observe, I link 3 reports, and also I am passing the value. Whatever I have clicked there, I am passing the same value to my, and you see here accessories, under helmets I want to see helmet sales. And if you observe one more thing, it always drill through. This is why we call it as drill through. If you click on accessories, the sales is 759.960. If you click on it, this sum is nothing but the split of the parent. Whatever you click, accessories is the one I click. So this is the total split up, breakup of accessories related data at subcategory level. And if you click on any one, then it will take you to product. There is only one product with this, and you can see 39591 is the value. Here you can see 39591 is the value. Let me go for fenders. It is also only one, that is why it is showing only one. Let me go for tires and tubes. There are so many. If you add all these things, the sum value will be equal to this 245529.32. So to make it more better look, to get more better look and feel, what you have to do is, as I told you, you can go for underlining, and also set the color to what I can say, some blue like this. Yeah, this is called hyperlinking, right? This is how it looks generally. When you click on this, people will come to know, okay, there is some functionality involved. And if you click on this, it will take you to the next level. So here it is again not available. What you have to do? You have to set the same in all the reports. Set the underline and go to the properties, set the color to blue. I think this is the blue I set. And the third report also you need to repeat the same, that is product wise sales. Go to the report. No, there is no hyperlink here, right? So you don't need any hyperlink. Is there any hyperlink for products? It is not available. So now let me go to the categories. If I click on bikes, it has something, road bikes. It has these products. That's it. There is no hyperlink here. That is why you don't need to set the color blue and underline. Why? Because there is no hyperlink functionality provided for this report column. So this is about drill through report, and we already discussed about drill down report, and people will ask a lot about the differences between these two reports. And the assignment for today is, I want a similar report, drill through report, but with 4 levels. Okay, the first level should be categories, second level should be subcategories, third level should be color wise sales, and fourth level should be product wise sales. I want all these 4 reports you have to send, and 4 RDL files I mean to say. And if I add those 4 RTL files, and then I should be able to drill through from category level to product level, and make sure that you use embedded data connection rather than shared data source. Why? Because I have to change every time whenever you share the RDL file when it is a shared connection. So make sure that you are giving embedded data source, not shared data source. Is it clear? Okay. Now let's see the next type of report, that is sub-report. So people will be asking about what is the difference between drill-through report and sub-reports. I'll show you what is sub-report and what is drill-through. So drill-through report, generally when you drill through 2 different reports, right? You will have more than one report, and from one report to the another report, it will take you through the functionality called drill-through. But sub-report will also have more than one report, but one report will be shown in the another report. Let's say this is my sales report where I have drill down report, right? This is a drill down functionality. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add one object, that is sub report. Okay, I'm gonna make use of this sub report to call another report. So I told you sub report is used to call another report, or the report that is outside of the outside of this design report. So I'm going to the sub report properties, name of the sub report, and what report you want to use as sub report. I want to use category sales, the one which I have created for drill through. Remember, I created it for drill through. Okay, omit the border. If you want to have border on page break, you can have it. Visibility true, I'll set it to true. And parameter, there is no parameter. Border, you can set whatever the border style you want. I set it now. If I click on preview, you can see this report basically is designed for showing drill down data, and this drill down data is showing here. And the next page, bytes, and there is a page break, right? Accessories, and finally it is showing the sub report. The sub report is having the report that I called. What is the report that I called in this sub report? The report that I called is category wise sales. So that is being called. And if you observe the beauty of this sub report, you can have the same drill down functionality here. Can you see? Sorry, drill through functionality here. So this is the sub report I called, and this sub report, the report which I called as part of the sub report, is having a drill through functionality, and the same drill through functionality will be available here. So this is the beauty that I was talking about. This is the beauty of the report, of the object sub report. Let me adjust it properly. Let me go here. Go here. Okay. Let me preview it now. So first clothing, bikes, accessories, and this is the sub report. When I click on it, it will take you to the next report, and if I click on it, it will take you to the next report. So this is because I'm calling an outside report in the sub report, in the same report. Okay. So this is the difference between drill down report, drill through report and sub report. Drill through report will uses more than one, but it will take you to entirely a new report. Okay, from one report to another report. But drill sub report, it will pull an outside report into the first report. See, this is the first report. The first report is sales report, and category sales is the one which I am pulling and showing in the sub sales report report, right? So this acts this sub report acts as a container to show a report. It just acts as a container. That's it. Nothing more. Now, instead of this, what I will do is I will call a different report, subcategory sales. What will happen if I call subcategory sales? Will it work? If I call subcategory sales, first it will try to execute, and subreport cannot be shown. The reason is the subreport is having a parameter. The subcategory sales, if you open this report, it is having a parameter called category, param category, and I'm not passing any value to that. So that is why it is showing that is sub report cannot be shown. The reason is, if it is having the report that you are calling in the sub report is having any parameter, you need to pass the value to the parameter. Okay, now let's try to pass the value. How we can pass the values? To pass the values, you need to have a parameter. Let me add a parameter. I'll name it as paramcat. Okay, category. And let me set it to OK. Now if I click on preview, it will ask for something. I'll set bikes and click on view report. These bikes will be sent or not to the sub report. What sub report will show? Only bikes or all the category sets? What the sub report will show now? The the sub report will still show an error. Why? Because I just designed a parameter, but I have not configured it to sub. How I can configure it? You have to go to the sub report properties and you have a parameters page where if you click, it will show all the parameters that are defined in the report that you are calling in the sub report. Select that and map it with the parameter value. Whatever the parameter you have here, map it with the parameter value. This will be passed to that and automatically the report will be generated based on it. Bikes, if I click on bikes and now I've mapped it, clothing, bikes, accessories, and you can see it is showing only bikes related stuff, and from here you can continue the same again. If you go back, it will take you back to the main report. Now if you give accessories, it will generate report for accessories. I'm talking about the sub report. It will generate for accessories. Here you can see it is showing for accessories. Now if you revisit all the three ones, let me take a pen. So the first one is drill through. It will have a plus and minus. It will collapse and expand. All the data will be in one report. Okay. Next one is drill through. Level 1 will be in here. Level 2, level 3. It will drill through from one report to the another report. And on click, you can pass the field as parameter value to the second report. And on click, you can pass the field value as the parameter to the next report. And the third one is you will have one report where you will have all the tables, and finally you will have sub report in which you will call it another report. This report will be called here, right? And what is the use of sub report? Why I need to call here? Instead of that, I can design the same here, right? I can design the same table, whatever you are calling in the sub report here. I can add a number of tables. What is the use of this sub report? See, let's say this sub report is having a table of data like this. Can't I add the table directly here instead of having sub report? Why I need to have sub report? What is the use? The use is, let's say I have a report and this is my sub report, and if I want to show this piece of information in every report, or let's say 10 reports. So instead of repeating the same in 10 reports, what I will do is I will create one sub report and I will use it here. I'll use it here. I will use it here with the help of sub report. So that is the advantage of having sub report in SSRS. So this is about drill down report, drill through report, and sub reports, and the differences between all these three, and the scenarios where we use drill down. It's a common scenario where people wants to collapse and expand the data to see the node of their wish. And the second one, drill through, if they want to take to the next report of the desired category or subcategory, then they'll go for not only category and subcategory, any hierarchical data like year, quarter, and month, you can design a sub report. Sorry, that is drill through report. And if it is country, region, and sales, so country, state, and district or city, you can design a drill through report. When the data is hierarchical in nature, then you can go for drill through report. Okay. And the third one is sub report, where reusability is an important factor, where you need to reuse a piece of code or piece of the information in many reports. Then better you design it once as a report and use it in use it in all the reports using the help of the object sub report. Okay, and the next assignment is I want you guys to create uh, a sub report, a report which has one drill down, one drill through, and one sub report. All the three in one report. Okay, this is the second assignment for the day. Now let's see the next object here, that is rectangle. The rectangle is a simple one, very simple one. It is used to group multiple items together. You know right what I mean. The grouping means you can add 10 let's say, 1 second. Okay, I'm taking this Control C and I'm pasting in this. So if I want to add more than one into one group, then I'll use rectangle. This is used for formatting purpose. This formatting, if you place the controls in a rectangle, then the formatting will be perfect. Okay. Generally, people uses this rectangles to make a rigid formatting. The formatting will be rigid and perfect. There will be no adjustments and so on. Okay. Apart from that, there is no much use. What is the one more advantage is, if you want to hide 3 tables or 4 tables or 10 tables based on the parameter selection, then you can set all those 10 into one rectangle and set the visibility property of the rectangle instead of all the 10 tables. You understand? You are understanding right what I'm saying? If you have 10 tables, which means, let's say there are 4 tables. If I send bikes here, okay, no, this is something else, not a problem. Let's say I want to show only this text box when the bikes is selected, and these 3 should be and invisible. Then in that case, instead of setting the visibility property to 3 matrices or 10 matrix reports, I can place all those matrix reports or table reports into one rectangle, and I can place the rectangle properties to visibility to hide or based on expression. Okay, that means that will give you the power of making the maintainability easy. Maintenance will be pretty easy, and modifying the functionality if there is any change will be very easy. So basically this rectangle is for grouping the controls. If you want to group more than one control then you can take the help of rectangle. And if you see the next one, let's talk about image. This image, you have 3 different options. One is external, and another one is database, and another one is embedded. External means the image will be copied to some folder, and the folder will be coming here, or you can give the path of the folder here from where you have to get the file. Okay, or it can be coming from the fields, the data set fields. Let's say you have a table. In that, one field is saying the path of the image, where the image is. You can select that field here. Let's say this is having or something like that. So the image will be pulled. Okay, that is external. If it is database, there is an image field in the database. Let's say one field is having image and this one, and what is the type of the image, whether it's a JPEG or PNG and so on. You have to select it. You select it as Z. It will convert the database column field to an image and show. And the third one is embedding the image into the folder. Like you can import it like using this one. Let me go to the same again. I think this is small file. If I set this as embedded one, and if I click on, see, once I click on OK, you can see the image is added to this particular one. This is the image, and I added yesterday, and this is the image I added today. You can see underscore N1 is named automatically. Okay, And if you see the image properties, you can set that different the size of the one. And this is tooltip. You can set the tooltip. You know very well about the tooltip. And this is the size. If you want to set the size of the image, you can set it. You have different options like original size. If you set it to original size, it will be set to original size. And let me click on OK and show you. See the original size. This is the original size, and you can see it's pretty big one. If you set it to the another options like fit to size, and if I decrease the box size, it will fit always. Whatever the image size you give, it will fit to that. Can you see? It is showing full image. Even though the size is less, it is showing full image, right? So this is called as fit to size of the image. Let me make it even smaller. You can see it is fitting to the image. And the third option in the same size is fit proportional. That is, it will have some proportionality like this. There will be some space coming, and height and width, some proportional will be set. Now let me set the fourth option here, clip. That means it will show only the image that is fit for this particular area that I have set. And if I increase it, it will take the original image and it will clip it. Whatever it can show, it will show. Apart from that, it will not show. So generally people go for fit to size, and it all depends. Again, sometimes they'll go for fit proportional, but they don't go for original size and clip. Why? Because clip will clip the image, and original will not show the complete image if the size is given very less than the original image size. And this padding, you know very well. If you want to give some space on the left hand side and right hand side, let me give 7 constant in the top and in the bottom. Okay, I'll show you after explaining about a couple of properties now. Visibility, this is same as the visibility that we have discussed in many places, and action, the same like the text box one what we have discussed today and yesterday. When you click on the image, you can take it to some report like let me configure to again the google.com. Okay, I think I missed something. Okay, and border, if you want to set the border of for this one, you can set it. Like let me give as outline and point to 2 or 1.5. Let me set it fine. And you can see the border is visible, and there is a padding on all the sides. Padding means the space. You can see the space, right? And if I click on preview of the report, let me give bikes. Let me go to the last page. You can see image, and this is icon where you can navigate to the google.com, which I have configured. So this is how you can set the different properties. These are the different properties available for the image. Any questions? Okay, good. Now let's discuss about the next one. Before that, you can see the border, how good it is. Border and padding makes the image more beautiful, right? So you can design while creating the report. You can think of all this stuff and you can design this stuff. Now let me add the next side, the next object, that is list. So the list is a little bit different than table and table and matrix reports. But for you wonder, if you see, this is nothing but tablets. Tablets is the mixture of list and what is the other two? Um, matrix and table. All these three merge to form tablets. So this list report will help you in generate in design free form style of reports. What is meant by free form style of reports here? When you see uh, either the table report or the matrix report, it will have rows and columns, right? And it will be fixed width, and you can set the width of that, and there is nothing called changed from there. Whatever the width you set, that is the final one. And height will be, you can control whether it can grow or whether it can shrink, so on. But this freeform style report, can you see if you see any credit card bill or whatever it may be, the one you get in mail or in through post, those are reports. If a bank is having 1 million customers, they don't print or they don't type a bill for each and every every customer, right? Every month, do you think they will type that in a notepad or sorry in a wordpad and send that to you or to your mail ID? It will be a report generated automatically on their due date, and that report cannot be achieved using a table or matrix. Agree? Can you design that report? What the format, the way they generate your bill? Can you do that using matrix or table reports? You have to place controls wherever you find, like name, I mean the address, and so on, and advertisements on the other hand. So we'll go for free-form style of reports for the same. So free-form style of report means there will be no particular fixed format or fixed template like text box. What is that? Rows and columns kind of thing. Wherever you want, you wish, you can add the controls and you can do the job. Let's say for this one also, we have to set the data set name first. The first thing you have to do is setting the data set name. I'm setting the data set name to sales underscore ds, and now I'm setting the text boxes. Let me take a couple of text boxes. Select rectangle properties. Inside. 1 second. Text box. I'm cutting it and I'm pasting it here. Okay, can you see I pasted a text box inside this, and I'm pasting one more, and I'm pasting one more. So generally, if you observe while giving text boxes, if you give any text box outside this one, okay, outside this one, it won't ask for the columns. Why? Because this is a text box and there is no fields you can assign. But here the text boxes will get a power of getting the fields of the data set that you have set for this. Okay, that means you can show the products or whatever you wish to using sorry, in the way you wish to design. Wherever you want to place controls, you can place it. Let's say you want to design like this. This is how you want to design. You can design it. It's your wish here. And what will happen is the report will be generated. The report will be generated for all the rows. Let me show you here. See, this is mountain silver bikes. The color is silver. The amount is so and so. And it will be repeated for all the rows that are present. Can you see? If you have some 60,000 records also, right? It will show for every record the same way. Let me take you to the previous page and show you this. Can you see that? So this is so the advantage of having this control is it will give you the power to design your own report, the free form style of reporting. If you add a text box in a normal report, you won't get that power. Okay, when you add the text boxes into the control, into the list control, then you will get the power of adding the data as per your wish. Adding the fields, or it will become a normal table. It will become a normal table data, normal table text box, but a power to place wherever you wish to. Okay, so that is the beauty of this freeform style reports. Let me do one thing. Let me remove this one so that we don't need this drill down report. Let me remove this. I'm designing this report a little better, and I don't want this parameter to. Now let me go to the adjustment of this. Yeah, you can write expressions on the text boxes also. See, now this is color, right? I want to show color. select this expression, you can write it. Field dot is just like normal tabular report, but you can place the controls as per your wish. It's not like a predefined structure like table or matrix. Understood? And this is very powerful one, very useful one. This is it's used mainly for repeating the data, and if you see that the data will be shown in a better way now. This is the first one I want to show, and this is the sales amount, this is color, and it is coming in order as given, right? And you also can order it. Let's say this is the matrix, right? This is the tablets. You can sort it. Let's say I want to sort based on English product. So it should start with A or whatever alphabetical order, and it will give you the data. Can you see? All purpose bytes 10. And not only that, you can add anything here. You can add images. I think directly you cannot add, you have to copy and paste it. Let me add an image outside and paste it inside. That's the only disadvantage I can see here. I've taken an image and I've taken the same size. I'll set it to fit to size. Okay. I'm cutting it and I'm pasting it here. So what it will happen now is it will repeat for every what I can say, every record. So this list, first time it will give only one record. So one image will be shown. Next time it will show second record. So the records will be repeated and also the images. If you see this, this is how it will be. And if there is any image that is coming from the database, okay, then what you can do, you can go to these properties, image properties, and get that image from the database. Then it's a beautiful option, right? For every product, if there is any image, the image will be shown. If you see the report like shopping carts or all those things, you'll find left hand side the data, right hand side the image of, or somewhere the image will be placed, and the image will be changed for each and every product. The product related image will be shown, and using this kind of report they can show, they can design such a report. Can you visualize that? What is that site? Best Buy. If you go and see Best Buy or something like that, 1 second. So I'm going to the bestbuy.com, United States English. Let me select this, and here if I search for something, let's say I'll search for laptops. Let me select less than $400. Here you can see this is the image, and this is the one data, I mean the name of it, the name field, and this is the model field, and this is the something else, SKU field. This is one field, or all these things will be in one field with a radio button, and this is one field, and customer reviews will be a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll configure in such a way like this. And this is one field, and this is the name field where they have hyperlink, the one which we discussed, deal through report, right? Similar kind of hyperlink. And this is the image, and the image also they will give the same, some hyperlink. That is why the stuff is showing like this. So you cannot design this kind of report using table or so. So that is why this free-form style reports, that is using list, you can do all this stuff here. And this is the beauty of having the list control. And you can see list is nothing but a rectangle which holds multiple controls. Inside of the list is a rectangle, but outside of the list it's a matrix which helps you to set the data set name. Once you set the data set name, then all the text boxes, whatever you have added inside, will get the power of what is that? Power of assigning the field values to this one. Now let me design it like this, and let me set it. And to increase and to make it better look and feel, to bring it to better look and feel, what we can do is um, we can set all these three to right align. We set all these three to right align. Uh, where is that right align? This one. Now you can see this looks even better. I feel right, a little bit better than the earlier one. So this is how you can. It all depends on the requirements. Now we have discussed about almost all the important properties available, and all the properties will be repeating from now onwards. So you are ready to set the requirement and design as per your wish. And if you want to adjust all the text boxes into one order, now you can see the first one is in different width, right? So this one will help you to align rights. That means all the right hand side will be aligned. I'll show you an example. Let me take this to a little bit left. And if you don't know how to set these three into one line, first select that, second select this, third select that, and you can set the right alignment. If you see, this is the right alignment. All the right hand side will be aligned properly. This is left aligned, and this is the spacing. Sorry, align centers. And there will be an option for spacing. Make same heights. The text box heights, if any one of the text box is having height bigger than the other one, this is bigger, right? Now let me select this, and this, and let me set it to same height. So you can see the height is set, and it will be set based on the first selection. It will take the first one as the reference, and it will set the remaining selections as like the same way. And if you see more options here, like this one, make vertical spacing equal. That means the space between these text boxes should be equal. If I click on this, now the space between these three will be exactly perfect. I can show you. I drag this here and I drag this here. Do you think the spacing is even between these three? Obviously no. Now let me select the option, make vertical spacing equal. You click on this, now you can see all the three are placed at the equal heights. So these are the different options, and this is about the list control. We have discussed a lot. And design, think about visualize. The next third assignment for the day is visualize a better scenario where you need this list control, and design a report and send a report to me which has the controls like text boxes and images, and even you can add rectangles and so on, whatever you wish to have. These three assignments for today, and in tomorrow's session we will discuss about the next objects, like what is the next objects available, these charts and gauges. With that, almost all the stuff will be completed. After that, there will be only one session, and the next session will be on Monday evening EST. Right? Have a good day. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.